The way towards zero-defect production process requires the ability to measure their performances and results in order to detect deviation and consequently reduce scraps in the work, with the ambition of producing 100% parts good at the first time. In production of painted metal parts, this is currently compromised by the difficulty of finding out defective components before the expensive stage of paint. The presence of contaminants as residual of stamping and forming process on steel are not visible by humans, but their presence, even in very small quantities, can provoke bad defects on the painted surface. LOVICOSPECs want to provide a robust solution to these families of problems by helping the localization of the contaminants on a surface using hyperspectral vision system. Hyperspectral imaging is a technique that analyzes a wide spectrum of lights instead of just assigning primary colors like red, green or blue to each pixel. The light striking each pixel is broken down into many different spectral bands in order to provide more information on what is imaged. Each different substance has its own spectral fingerprint, and so it's possible not only to detect contaminants, but also to discriminate their chemical nature. It's actually the same approach astronomers are using to identify which elements are present in stars or nebulae. In this project, we are applying the system to washing machines, especially to cabinets of washing machines, between the cleaning stage and the painting stage. All the bulky cabinet is exposed to camera scan supported by robotic arms. But this is just the first step. The image must then be elaborated with artificial intelligence algorithm in order to extract all the available information, nature of components, dimension, and even thickness. This elaborated data is then moved to the third and final steps. Make these invisible spots visible again for human eye. This is done by help of augmented reality tool. A wearable device such as HoloLens can receive the elaborated image and superimpose it on the real part. Now, a human operator can finally see where the spots are located on the washing machine cabinet and have additional information on their nature. It's like giving a human a pair of multispectral eyes. Once inserted in a manufacturing process, either online or a statistical process control, this solution can give two main advantages. First, it will avoid that contaminated parts are painted, which is a very expensive process, and so saving resources such as paint itself, energy and time. And second, it will provide a very useful piece of information to process engineers in terms of contaminant type, position and quantity, allowing them to perform a manual cleaning in case, and also better understand what went wrong in the previous stages, and thus identify corrective actions with potential savings on thousands of euros per year in a single factory. Despite use in many years and in many fields of science, hyperspectral vision systems are still struggling to enter in commodity industry. This is due mainly to the high complexity of it and their cost. EIT Manufacturing, with its innovation funding program, provided project consortium the perfect framework to face the last mile of this technology development toward the high level of maturity, allowing 4 large players such as Whirlpool, SEA, Siemens and Polytechnic of Milan to meet and to share experience in this innovative field. Siemens brought their experience in the hyperspectral imaging, Polytechnic of Milan contributed with their capabilities in artificial intelligence, and SEA developed the last step of translating digital information into augmented reality application. The project has so far successfully managed to detect a good range of organic compounds on real parts and to use the images as a source of augmented reality. The next steps will be dedicated to improve solution flexibility in terms of being more adapted to a different industrial setup other than white goods. In principle, all industries that has to do with steel forming could benefit from LOVICOSPEC. Every time a metal, or also plastic, need to be processed, for example painting, adhesive applications, surface deposition and so on, it must be clean enough not to compromise the surface functionalization. Here's where our solution can be applied and provide all the technical and economical advantages.